Hi, this is Josh with SKAA, and in this video, I'm going to quickly show you how to get started with your Dillinger Labs Depth from Below subwoofer and Soundboks 4. DFB and Soundboks are a great combination for parties, events, or even as a portable sound system for DJing or live music performance. Both DFB and Soundboks are SKAA receivers, so they can operate completely wirelessly with no pairing required like with Bluetooth, and no Wi-Fi is required either. Both DFB and Soundboks are battery powered as well, so no signal or power cable runs are needed. And you can mount Soundboks right on top of DFB with any 1 3/8 inch speaker pole. There are two main ways you can use the DFB and Soundboks in tandem. The first method is to use a SKAA transmitter to send high-quality, low-latency wireless audio to both receivers. SKAA transmitters send 16-bit 48 kHz wireless audio with 36 milliseconds or 19 milliseconds of fixed latency, depending on whether your transmitter is operating in SKAA or SKAA Pro mode. And you'll get up to 50 meters of reliable range with a Danny SKAA Pro transmitter, 35 meters of range with Akiko and Talissa SKAA Pro transmitters, and 15 meters of range with SKAA Mini transmitters like Cassandra, which is a USB-C transmitter. The Danny transmitter can operate in either SKAA or SKAA Pro mode. Simply tap the power button 3 times. Green is SKAA mode, and red is SKAA Pro mode. Once you've selected a transmitter, turn it on and play some audio. Then turn on Soundboks, set this to join mode, and you should hear the Soundboks automatically bond to the transmitter and start playing audio. If not, double tap the bond button on the back of the Soundboks to explore for a new transmitter. Once the bond indicator is bright amber, press and hold the bond button to save the transmitter to the Soundboks green list. The green list is essentially a favorites list that allows you to save up to 10 of your favorite transmitters. If you have multiple transmitters saved to the Soundboks green list, you can switch between them by pressing the bond button once. It's highly recommended to greenlist any transmitters that you use regularly, even if you just use one transmitter, because the greenlist also functions as a lockout, so you stay connected to only the transmitter you want. And this also makes sure that the transmitter and receiver always remain bonded automatically whenever you power them off and power them back on again. The good news is that if you forget to greenlist your transmitter, both Soundboks and DFB will do this automatically after 30 minutes of use. Next, turn on the DFB and repeat the same process. The DFB should automatically bond to your transmitter and show a bright amber LED. Then press and hold the bond button for a few seconds to greenlist. Now you should be hearing audio coming from both receivers, and you can dial in the volume level to taste on each receiver. The second way to use these in tandem is to use SKAA Nadja technology. With this method, you'll use Bluetooth to send audio over to Soundboks, which will operate as a Nadja hub, and then set up the DFB as a Nadja satellite receiver. What this means is that Bluetooth is sending audio to Soundboks, and then Soundboks is acting as a SKAA transmitter, sending audio over to DFB. First, turn on Soundboks and put it in host mode. This is Soundboks terminology for hub. Pair your device over Bluetooth to Soundboks. Here I'm using an iPhone 15. Play some audio and you should hear it through Soundboks. Next, turn on your DFB and it should automatically bond to the Soundboks hub. If not, double tap the bond button to explore for a new transmitter. And once the DFB is bonded to Soundboks, press and hold the bond button for a few seconds to save it to the DFB's green list. If you need more speakers, you can add up to 4 total satellite receivers to any hub for a total of 5 speakers in your Nadja network. So if you have a few more Soundboks or DFB that you want to add to your setup, you can easily set this up using the same method I just demonstrated. If you're adding additional Soundboks speakers as satellites, just make sure to put them in join mode while keeping the hub in host mode. The downside of this method is that the initial wireless connection is over Bluetooth, which means that the audio quality is not going to be as good as SKAA. You only get around a 7-meter range for audio with Bluetooth, and Bluetooth can have up to 200 milliseconds of latency. The upside is this configuration doesn't require an additional SKAA transmitter, so it's not recommended that you use Bluetooth if you're using this setup for professional applications. Once you've set up the speakers in your preferred configuration, you'll need to set the proper EQ mode and time delay setting on the DFB for use with Soundboks. Tap the power button twice to enter EQ select mode. Turn the bond button to select one of 6 EQ presets on the DFB. No LED is the bottom setting, which has no filter applied to the low end, and a high cut filter at 85 Hz. Turn the knob until the LED stack lands on LED 3, which is a custom Soundboks preset tailor-made for use with Soundboks speakers. This has a narrower range than the other presets, with a low cut at 33 Hz and a high cut at 65 Hz. This is recommended for use with Soundboks, but obviously you can use any preset that sounds best to your ears. Tapping the power button 5 times will enter time-align mode, which lets you pick from 6 different phase or delay settings. With the LED off, this adds no delay and is the default setting. LED 1 flips the phase of the signal 180 degrees, and LEDs 2 through 5 all add incremental time delays, from 2 milliseconds all the way up to 11 milliseconds. The DFB manual recommends time-align settings 1, 2, or 3 for use with Soundboks 3 on a speaker pole, settings 2 or 3 for a Soundboks Go on a speaker pole, and settings 4 or 5 for Soundboks 4 on a speaker pole. Since I'm using Soundboks 4, I'll set this to LED 4, and then tap the power button once to confirm. So that's it. Now you're all set up and ready to rock your next party, event, or performance. If you want to check out Death from Below or Soundboks for yourself, head over to SKAA.com or SKAAstore.com. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing to the SKAA Sound YouTube channel to stay up to date on all new SKAA products and quick start guides like this. Thanks for watching.